Many a gale I weathered out before this port I made, resolved at last to tack about and steer the smoking trade. I no waves nor winds invoke to spare or fill my sail. I only beg my friends to smoke and blow a pleasant gale. Good afternoon. That was a little homage, a tribute, no, it's not homage, a tribute to the return of Bruno, who makes super videos and is a splendid fellow. And yes, I wish I could tell you who wrote that, but unfortunately it's in a little book I have, Tobacco in History, by Jordan Goodman. Not It's an interesting book. It's an academic book. It's published by Routledge, and it's an interesting look into the tobacco trade and all the rest of it. But it focuses quite a lot on the cigarette, or as the the chapters on that are called, the little white slaver. So there's quite a lot about snuff and a little bit about pipe tobacco, but I mean, I enjoyed it, but it's rather dry and a little on the academic side, so you might enjoy it. So if you can get it out your local library, have a read. So the return of Bruno, my little offering there to that. What was I going to say? Yeah, I was suggested that I did it in the style of Marlon Brando, but unfortunately I'd probably made a complete arse out of myself anyway. The hat is also a salute to the great man's return. So anyway, yeah, so here we are. It's been a funny old couple of weeks, really. I have an appalling neighbour. My mother always said, if you haven't got something good to say about somebody, you should say nothing at all. So I'll probably leave it at that. But yeah, things have not been easy. He's a bit of an arse. There you go. I was just saying bad. I've let my mother down. I blame him. Yeah, so I raised a glass of this is cranberry, so I have no wine. I don't. I like Match's. I liked his video where he did a review of a very fine Pepsi vintage. This was very good. Yeah. So anyway, I'm smoking a little, and when I say little, I do mean little. It's tiny. I have big hands, but that is a very small little pipe. I guess that the bowl is about 1.5 inches, if that. It's what I would call a sporting pipe. It's a Bulldog made by Hardcastle. I think this was made about 50-60 years ago. It still has the Hardcastle mark on the stem, and yeah, they call them the featherweight. I think a sporting pipe, I call them my dog walking pipes, and they're just tiny. Sometimes they're called ladies' pipes. I think that's rather sexist. I mean, why shouldn't the pipe sister, she smokes fair old sized briars, as does D. Yeah, so there we go. I'm taking this little Bulldog. What I'm smoking in it is the lovely, and this again is all about Bruno, the Penzance. So I know Bruno rather likes that. Good old Hair Flick 99. There's going to be a little bit of the professor at the end of this video, because the dear chap sent myself some Penzance and some other bits and pieces. And did he or did he not fix my pipe, the fungus pipe? Really made a great job of it. No more fungus. I used to use my finger a lot for doing that. I don't know why I stopped doing it. But I have to, if you get an even burn on your bowl there, it kind of does work out rather well with the finger. And I always think the good thing about using your finger is that you never over tamp it. You know, some people use their tampers like ramrods, and you think they were loading a musket, and you basically end up not having a very nice smoke, and it gets too hot and it goes, you know. Whereas if you use your, I tell you what, this is an open tin he sent me, and then with a lot in it, mind you. I mean, it was very generous, and I tell you, this is like hen's teeth. In this case, it's made in the United Kingdom. As I say, you can't get hold of it for love nor money. But it's very moist, and I've smoked a couple of bowls in this little pipe because I'm so pleased to have some that I don't want to, you know, smoke it too quickly. What are they? Yeah, using the old finger, you just tend to just touch it gently down, right? So you know, it keeps it, you know, going quite nicely and not, you know, too compacted. But anyway, the dear man, he retorted my pipe, which involves he has a video which is in my favourites. So if you want to watch that and see how it's done, and you kind of have a test tube and some rubber ujima flip that you stick onto the stem, and then you heat the alcohol and it blasts up this tube and in through the stem and out through the bowl. And let me tell you, it really was bad. It was like smoking mushrooms. It was, I've never experienced anything like that ever, and I've been smoking a pipe for quite a long time now, and never have I experienced that. And it completely restored that pipe. You know, he also, bless him, buffed up the stem for me. My efforts for me were very good, but you know, on for the pros it was probably a little amateurish. But anyway, he did a great job. We're all meeting up in London. Myself, Hairflick 99, Dongle, and Significant Pipe Guy in a week or so's time, which I'm looking forward to very much. Going for a pint or two and a bowl or two, I hope, and something to eat, so that would be nice. The other chaps don't make videos anymore, so I'm not sure whether I'll show video or not, but I'll ask them if they mind. If they don't, I will. If they do, I shan't. So anyway, yeah, so thank you, Hairflick99. Bruno, good to see you back, mate. I had plans of some kind of... I got out my Coleridge and Wordsworth lyrical ballads, and also got out my Blake, and I had some vision of a Bruno-esque, if I may say that, Bruno-esque review where I would travel from the dark satanic mills of Manchester through into Westmoreland and Cumbria, and I'd you know, intersperse this with in Manchester Blake, obviously the dark satanic mills, and then get into the Coleridge and the Wordsworth and the, you know, wandering lonely as a cloud, very, you know, cloud of smoke. But anyway, I decided that perhaps people wouldn't get that, so I decided not to do it. And I have been smoking quite a lot of Lakeland blends recently. I have got properly into them. I had one funny enough called Westmoreland, very strong, not something you could, well, you know, a couple of puffs perhaps before breakfast, but you know, not an all-day tobacco if you don't smoke strong tobacco. It's very strong. Got some Stockerby's Irish Sliced, very nice indeed, and some of the famous Bulwark. Irish Slices were made by Murray's originally, and then Stockerby's took it on. Bulwark, I think, was W and H.O. Wills, who made Woodbine cigarettes. Again, Stockerby's make it now, but it was a Wills blend. And again, they're more famous for me because I think pipe smoking was in not terminal decline, but in great decline when I was young, man, and brands like that you just didn't see. But there we go. So anyway, here's to you all. I hope you're having a nice weekend. If you ever have a problem, neighbour, buy a gun. Okay, cheers. Sorry. Oh, hello there, Professor. I notice you have some snuff there. What snuff would that be?
It is Packard's Club Snuff by Purshall.
How did you come by that snuff?
Well, it's very interesting that you asked that. It was sent by Hairflick 99. Young Neil. Who sent it, as he knows I am a man who likes his snuff and wanted.
I know you do, Professor. I was at a festival with you on Saturday. I recall you were enjoying the snuff.
I had a pinch or two, I believe.
Yes, you did. Yes.
As you know, I'm very moderate in my
moderate, yes.
But I thought to be sociable, I'd have a little pinch.
Yeah. Heaps of the stuff.
Well, possibly.
Good festival.
Very good festival.
Excellent. So, are you going to take a pinch of that, or
I think
or are you just pleased to see me?
I'm always pleased to see you, as you know. Well, we'll just...
let's have a look at this. It's a bit of a contraption.
It is a bit of a contraption we're going to do.
Not made for the left-hander,
really.
It's
not made, but if you do that, then it will... There we go.
Out there, yeah.
There we are. There it is.
Close up on the pinch.
And what I'm going to do, I'm going to still use my finger. I just find it easier doing that. I know some people go straight to nostril, but I'm going to do it this way. So.
It's more civilised that way, I feel.
Very civilised. So.
Oh, yeah. So what your young son, young Sam, is that how he described your snuff taking at the weekend? Civilised with it?
Well, I believe it was very civil. Well, the thing is, I think that it's very important to when one's out and about, be seen doing one's snuff. Really, the amusing thing was the looks of horror I got by people who were quite happy to chain smoke cigarettes.
Yes.
Which is, I have no problem if people want to do that, but the look of horror from some people for it.
That is odd, isn't it? They sit there inhaling cigarette smoke but won't take a pinch of snuff. You offered a druid, I recall.
I did even offer a druid, so he told me.
Some sort of grand druid of Wessex or something, was he?
Yeah, I was a bit worried about offending him because I didn't want to end up in a pink bog somewhere or something like that. Do you know what
Yes, a friend of his, he dunked in a peat bog and.
Indeed,
yeah.
Best not to, but I did offer him some stuff that he declined.
No, he declined, which is strange, as he was puffing on his 30th cigarette of the day.
But what can you do?
What exactly? What can you do? So, a review of the snuff.
Very good. It's a monthly one, which I have been recently very much liking the menthol ones, and it's very pleasant. It's very smooth. It doesn't bring water to your eyes or anything. It's got a good sort of consistency. It's not mega fine, in other words. It's probably not going to end up in the
medium grind.
Medium grind. It's not going to accidentally end up in your back of your throat if you take too much. And it is it is mentally, but it's
a modest menthol that doesn't sort of blow your nose off.
It's not going to blow your nose off. It's very pleasant indeed. I must admit. Thank you very much, Neil. It is appreciated. It's a very good, very pleasant stuff, definitely.
Yeah.
And if you want to know if it gets the professor's thumbs up.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, the thumbs up. Hey, yeah, there we go. Yeah.
So there you go. It's Packard's Club Snuff if you get the chance to try some.
Hairflick 99, we salute you.
Indeed, thank you very much.
Yeah. And that's what Nico is doing throughout that video. There he is, sleeping. Oh. Hello, you've woken up to say hello to everybody. That's very good. Okay. Oh.